Good morning, and here's what's happening today on C-SPAN. Just ahead, our viewer call-in program discussing current events in the news. At 10:30, brief remarks by President Bill Clinton. At 10:31, a rebroadcast of our 9 a.m. call-in program. And at noon, highlights from the rebroadcast of our viewer call-in program. That's what's happening this morning on C-SPAN. And now, our viewer call-in program.
Ed Gresham is a graduate of Harvard with a PhD in journalism and a Rhodes Scholar. For the past 6 years, he has been a columnist for the Wall Street Journal. Melinda Robbins is a graduate of the Wharton School of Economics, MIT, Yale Law School, and San Jose State Teachers College. Spent 3 years with the Philadelphia Inquirer and is now Washington Bureau Chief for the New York Times. What would be your assessment of the past week here for the President?
Well, Brian, sometimes things happen in Washington and then other times they don't.
Ms. Robbins?
The President is, I believe, the 42nd President, and that means there were, what, 41 before him?
40, 41, something like that.
Let's go to the phones. Portland, Maine, you're on the air.
Thank you, Brian, and thank you for C-SPAN.
Thank you.
I would like to ask your guests, since World War II, the military-industrial state has constantly justified itself through promoting the menace of Soviet expansion. With the collapse of communism, why is the defense budget still maintained at such a ridiculously high level of GNP? Thank you very much for your time, and I'll hang up and listen. Thank you.
Mr. Gresham?
Well, I'm not really sure what he's talking about. World War II was, there was, I guess he's claiming, a Second World War. If there was, I'm not familiar enough with it to comment.
Ms. Robbins?
Well, the Republicans are referred to as the GOP, so when he says GNP, I think he shows his ignorance.
Billings, Montana, hello.
Hello, Brian, and thank you for C-SPAN. I love it and I love you. You get me hot.
Thank you.
I would like to know if, in the opinion of your guests, the constitutional provisions we claim today for freedom of the press are the same as those envisioned by our founding fathers.
Mr. Gresham?
Fortunately, my parents were happily married and I had only one father.
Ms. Robbins?
I guess she's talking about Constitution, but she doesn't say or is incapable of saying what she wants constituted, so I can't really help her.